Title: Saved by the Prostitute. In the busy city of Port Harcourt, Daniel Okonkwo was known as the Golden Boy, the only son of Pastor Gideon Okonkwo, general overseer of a fast-growing Pentecostal church. Daniel was everything his father wanted: tall, brilliant, studying engineering at Uniport and leading youth fellowship. But secretly, Daniel had begun to drift. "I feel like I'm living someone else's dream," he once told his friend. One rainy Friday night, after skipping a midweek church program, Daniel went out with friends to unwind. But on his way home, drunk and distracted, his car skidded off the road and crashed into a ditch near Romola flyover. He was bleeding badly, his phone smashed, no ID visible. Dozens passed by, recording with their phones, but no one helped except one woman. Her name was Rita. She was in her late 20s. Heavy makeup, red wig, torn jeans, standing under the streetlight with a black umbrella. A sex worker by night, a soul trying to survive. Rita: "Hey, somebody help me. This boy go die, oh." No one came. So she acted. She flagged down a kike, used all the cash in her purse to get him to a nearby private hospital, and paid a deposit from her savings. For 3 days, she stayed by his side, changing his bandages, arguing with nurses, praying silently. When he finally woke up, he whispered, "Daniel, who are you?" "Rita, call me nobody. I'm just someone who didn't walk past." Before he could ask more, she left. She had a life to return to, one that didn't let her stay in bright places too long. Months passed. Daniel recovered. His parents were told by the hospital that an anonymous woman brought him in. He couldn't stop thinking about her. He searched the street where the accident happened, asked around, described her to hawkers, bus drivers, roadside vendors. One evening, he saw her again, standing near a bar, laughing with another girl. "Daniel, it's you." Rita, nervously: "You shouldn't be here." "Daniel, you saved my life." Rita: "Forget that night. Go back to your world. I'll stay in mine." Daniel: "No, God didn't send me back just to forget you." From that day, he began to visit her every week. They talked about music, life, books. She confessed she once wanted to be a nurse. Her life hadn't allowed it. She had no family, no support, just scars and survival. Weeks turned to months. He fell in love, slowly, quietly. One Sunday afternoon, over lunch with his parents: "Daniel, I want to introduce you to someone. Pastor Gideon, your fiancée." Daniel: "Her name is Rita." The air froze. When they met her, Mama collapsed. Pastor Gideon fumed. "Pastor, a prostitute? You want to bring Jezebel into my ministry? Do you know how that will ruin our image?" Daniel: "She saved my life when even our church members passed me by. You preach about grace, Dad. She is grace." Mama: "That's Satan quoting scripture. This girl's spirit is not clean." But Daniel was unmoved. "Daniel, if heaven can rejoice over one soul, why can't my own family open its arms to one who gave everything to save me?" Rita, though heartbroken, didn't want to come between Daniel and his family. She started attending a church far away, quietly, secretly. She began volunteering at a women's shelter, helping girls like her. One day, Mama followed Daniel secretly and saw Rita kneeling in the front row of a crusade, praying with tears. She expected to see a seductress, but what she saw was a woman broken before God. The twist: it was discovered that one of the church elders who strongly opposed Daniel's relationship had been secretly abusing teenage girls in the choir for years. When it came out, the whole church was shaken. Rita, the so-called sinner, was the one who helped the victims report it anonymously. That was the day Pastor Gideon broke down in tears before the church. "Pastor, we judged too quickly. We looked at the outside and missed the heart." Daniel and Rita were eventually married in a quiet, simple ceremony. Some church members left, but more people started coming, drawn by the honesty the humility, the truth. Years later, Rita became the head of the church's Women of Grace Foundation, mentoring young girls, helping sex workers leave the street, funding schooling. And people would whisper again, is that not the woman from before? Yes, but look what God can do. Moral of the story: don't judge people by where you meet them. Redemption wears many faces. And sometimes the person you're taught to avoid might be the angel God sent. By Onwana's story.